constantly got something to say to me, like, bro, get off my, like, plain and simple, bro. Get off, bro. Go about your business, bro. If you want to fight me, we could fight. If it ain't that, what are you talking about me for? Why you always got my name?
Following the announcement that Shakur Stevenson's WBC lightweight world title defense will now take place against part-time electrician Josh Padley, Teofimo Lopez recently criticized Stevenson for what he described as picking a poor opponent. Stevenson was originally scheduled to defend his title against Floyd Sheffield Jr. on the UR Badr Bev against Dimitri Bivoltad undercard in Saudi Arabia. But the bout was called off when the British Boxing Board of Control declared Sheffield Jr. physically unfit.
Like, oh, I think I could beat him because he got out the ring and said I was the greatest fighter he got in the ring with. That was his exact words. He DM'd me, said, bro, you better than everybody I ever seen, this, that, and the third. So he remembered, like...
Lopez was unreserved in his criticism, attacking Stevenson for what he perceives to be a premeditated attempt to protect his title without taking any chances. Lopez, this guy is constantly searching for the simple solution, allegedly stated, but some fans view this fight as an emergency and don't think Shakur is picking an easy opponent, which makes sense considering that the fight day is only a few hours away.
Another easy fight. The problem with him is he's too delusional to go in the gym and fix his mistakes. So
Padley, a former Central Area champion, has never faced an opponent close to Shakur Stevenson's level. However, after his September victory over Mark Chamberlain at Wembley Stadium, Padley was surprisingly ranked number 12 by the WBC, despite his limited experience at the elite level. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman confirmed that Padley is eligible to fight for the lightweight world title, setting the stage for an unexpected opportunity. Teofimo Lopez, never one to hold back his opinions, criticized Stevenson's choice of opponent for his title defense. This guy talks a big game, but when it's time to show up, he's all about cherry-picking, Lopez said. Who's this Padley guy? Some weekend warrior with a tool belt? The fans aren't dumb. They know this is a joke. The situation took an even stranger turn when Floyd Schofield Jr.'s father, Floyd Schofield Sr., made shocking claims that his son had been poisoned before his fight was canceled. Schofield Sr. insisted that his son would recover, but alleged that someone had attempted to harm him, though he later clarified that he did not blame Stevenson's team. The bizarre accusation only added more controversy to the already chaotic situation. Lopez wasn't buying any excuses. Poisoned or not, he dismissed the entire ordeal, stating that Schofield Jr. was the real challenger for Stevenson. Meanwhile, boxing analyst Pez claimed that Stevenson was now hiding behind his last-minute replacement, Padley, who doesn't stand a chance. Despite the skepticism surrounding his sudden rise, Padley's story has all the makings of a boxing Cinderella tale. His journey is far from conventional. He works part-time as an electrician and has never fought on such a grand stage. Yet, he remains determined to seize this opportunity. Reflecting on his situation, Padley said, "If it were me, I'd already be in the gym working. If I'm close to fighting weight, I'm ready to go. I respect what he's doing, but I'd be willing to do the same thing." Padley has long dreamed of committing to boxing full-time, but financial constraints have kept him working outside the ring. Even after his win over Chamberlain, he returned to his day job just weeks later. "It all depends on what kind of fights come through," he explained. Now, with an unexpected shot at glory, Padley hopes this opportunity will finally allow him to focus solely on his boxing career.
Boots won, and Shakur, man, he lost it, man. He lost to Ruben Villa, and then he wanted to go up to one of the, I think he did, wanted to the rooftop of the hotel, and he wanted to jump off. I ain't trying to have actual blood.
I will return to work and pick up my tools on Monday after my holiday, because I am unsure of the offers. But if they are the bigger fights, I might be able to take the camp off again with the help of my sponsors who helped me with this camp so I can be full-time again for the next camp. Just yet, so I need to make arrangements in case something goes wrong. The idea of Stevenson dealing with such an opponent was mocked by Lopez. "Are we watching a charity event or a title defense?" he asked mockingly. Fans of Efferson need to be ashamed of him. It like witnessing a lion take on a domestic cat.
Honestly believe that the winner of this is going straight for those big names like Tank,
I think the winner
Ryan.
of this is the big name.
Okay.
You show me all those, you talk about Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. They can't sell 3,000, 4,000. I mean, I don't know what Shakur sold in Vegas. Less than 2,000.
Padley is viewing the battle as a once-in-a-lifetime chance, despite the criticism. He has gained reputation in his local boxing circles for his industrious, no-nonsense style, and he plans to carry that determination into the ring against Stevenson. However, a lot of boxing analysts don't think he can compete with one of the best fighters in the category. Regarding the last-minute opponent change to Teofimo, Stevenson's squad is still keeping quiet. Pez is still using public pressure. While Shakur is pretending as though he is in a sparring session, I am out here taking on the greatest in the world and posing genuine dangers. The fans deserve more, and it's horrible for boxing.
You, Devin Haney, Shakur.
Devin and Shakur shouldn't even be like mentioned, really,
Why not?
because they not good. One puts you to sleep while the other one can't take a hit.
These supporters are embracing the underdog narrative, likening his story to a real-life Rocky movie. A part-time electrician getting a shot at a world title is an inspiring tale, but whether Padley can deliver that same movie magic in the ring remains to be seen.
With it, so I wish him nothing but success and the best. But you can't, you got to take the cuts, man. This is what it takes. They can only build a.
One thing is certain, he won't lack motivation when he faces Stevenson. Meanwhile, Floyd Schofield Jr. is recovering from whatever led to his withdrawal, but his father's dramatic claims continue to stir controversy. Whether Schofield will get a future shot at Stevenson remains unclear, but Teofimo Lopez and boxing analyst Pez are convinced it won't happen. He's scared, plain and simple, Pez declared. He doesn't want to face real threats, so he's running to safer ground. Padley is a nice story, but he's not a real contender. As the fight approaches, the debate over Stevenson's choice of opponent continues to fuel boxing discussions.
Well, it's his last fight with Top Rank, so good riddance. But he just fought a guy that had only 7 KOs. And what was it, 12-1? What was it, his record? Nobody knows, come on, guys.
As Shakur Stevenson prepares for his upcoming fight, all eyes are on whether he can withstand the heat coming from Teofimo Lopez and the rest of the boxing world. Lopez's criticism may sting, but Stevenson's response will ultimately be settled in the ring. For Josh Padley, this is a chance to shock the world. For Stevenson, it's an opportunity to prove that his title reign is anything but weak, despite what Lopez says. Recently, Lopez wasted no time throwing verbal jabs at Stevenson after his surprising decision to step away from boxing. He claimed that Stevenson simply didn't want to take a pay cut and framed the move as financially motivated. According to Lopez, Stevenson's lackluster performance against Edwin de los Santos played a major role in this decision. He'd, rather retire than take the financial hit from Top Rank, Lopez declared. I'm the best, and I'm going to retire with it. His statement, made on Fight Hub TV, sent shockwaves through the boxing world. If Lopez's claims are true, they suggest Stevenson wasn't just protecting his undefeated record, but also his wallet. While Top Rank hasn't publicly confirmed any forced pay cut, it's not hard to see why such discussions may have surfaced. Stevenson's fight against De Los Santos reportedly had poor ticket sales at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and the crowd's boos that night were deafening. Fans were frustrated by Stevenson's overly defensive strategy, feeling it lacked the excitement expected from a 3-division world champion. As Stevenson steps back into the ring, the pressure is on. He must not only silence critics like Lopez, but also prove that he remains one of the most dominant forces in boxing today. Head of Top Rank revealed that the WBC had even reached out to Shakur Stevenson to ask if he planned on retiring. Iram explained that if Stevenson were to step away, the WBC would strip him of his lightweight title. While Stevenson assured them he wasn't retiring, the conversation itself raised eyebrows. Why would the WBC even ask, unless there were rumblings behind the scenes? Teofimo Lopez didn't hold back in his criticism, stating that reaching boxing's elite level isn't just about maintaining an undefeated record, it's about taking risks and proving yourself repeatedly. They can only build us up for so long, Lopez said, implying that Stevenson was relying on reputation rather than delivering exciting performances. You've got to take the cuts. This is what it takes. For all his technical brilliance, Stevenson has often been criticized for playing it too safe in the ring. If he had accepted the rumored pay reduction, Lopez argued, he could have rebuilt his reputation by taking on tougher, more dangerous opponents. Names like Raymond Muratalla come to mind, a fighter who would undoubtedly push Stevenson to his limits. But facing someone like Muratalla would force Stevenson to abandon his defensive style and take the kind of risks that fans want to see. It would mean letting his hands go, stepping into the fire, and possibly even putting his undefeated record in jeopardy. The question remains, is Stevenson willing to take that gamble, or will he continue to play it safe?
Shakur Stevenson, that's the one you want.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're soft.
Why do you say he's soft?
Because he type too much. He do too much typing, don't do enough fighting.